Hi everybody, welcome back to Lavender Polish. I just moved, so I hope you enjoyed the new background behind me while we talk about a brand new release from Holotaco. That's right, we're going to take a look at Gold Flaky Taco, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how it looks over black, over white, and also comparing it to some past Flaky Tacos from Holotaco so that we can see what's good, what's new, and which one is the best. In the bottle, it does look very, very beautiful. You can already see that there's many different sizes of flakes, which is always something that I love. And with the initial application, you can see that it is quite densely packed, but it's not so dense that it really covers up or clouds the background. I have had some issues with toppers like that with some other brands. Holotaco was great at giving you a lot of coverage in just one coat, especially when it comes to its toppers, so there's a point for me right there. As you can see, it applies very, very nicely. It goes on quite smooth, it self-levels really easily, and there's no little bits of glitter poking up or out of the surface, which I quite like. Here's what it looks like as it starts to dry. It did dry quite quickly, in about a minute or two. It does start to lose its shine a little bit, as you can see on the fingers next to the middle one, but once I throw on a top coat, it is looking shiny and beautiful. Like I said before, I love how you can see all the vastly different kinds of sizes in the polish itself. I think it really creates this effect of having multiple layers even though you only put one down. It almost seems like you have little bits of the flake kind of sinking into the black underneath it. It kind of creates more depth and dimension. This is overanalyzing nail polish a little bit, but I think it's really cool. It's something that I like to look for. I will say though, as far as coverage goes, you can see that there are some parts of my nails that are just not quite as densely packed as others, so it does kind of look like there's a couple of bald spots. That could be fixed really, really easily if I just touched it up with a brush a little bit, but I wanted to show you what just one straight coat looks like. And even if you don't go back and fix it, it doesn't look bad, it just looks a little patchy. And of course, because this isn't a holo polish, I wanted to show you what it would look like matte. I think it looks quite nice. When it's matte, you can really see how small some of the little flakes can get, which, like I've been saying this whole video, is a detail that I really, really love. But what really stepped it up for me was seeing this polish over white. I don't know why, but it was just on another level. If we go ahead and take a look, once again, it's applying very, very nicely in just one coat, very densely packed, and over white, there's just something about it. It looks like one of those speckled robin's egg type polishes on its own. It looks like I bought the polish like this. It just blends in so nicely with the white color underneath. I mean, it's beautiful, right? You cannot tell me that's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. What I really like about the flakes being different sizes is that they aren't consistently different sizes. There's only one or two big flakes on each nail, and the majority of them are medium to small size, but just that little scatter of randomness is really doing it for me. I love how non-uniform it looks, and I really think it makes it look like it is embedded in the polish that's beneath it. Gosh, man, something about it over light colors. I could wear this all day. And of course, putting my top coat over it really just adds this level of elegance. I think it looks super classy and timeless, and it is a look that I absolutely love. But of course, this video would be 2 seconds long if we only talked about this one polish. So in this video, we're also going to be comparing Gold Holotaco to Flaky Holotaco and Gold Flaky Holotaco from Holotaco. These names are so hard to keep track of. I had to redo that so many times. So here you can see me on my pointer finger just putting on a coat of Gold Flaky Holotaco. Now, here's the thing. I love Holotaco. I have a lot of their products. However, this is the one collection, not just of Holotaco, but of all the polishes I have that I actually regret buying. I talked about it a little bit in this video. You can go check that out if you want to. But I felt like it was just a little overwhelming. The flakes were all the same size. They don't distribute very easily. And because in comparison to some other polishes, the flakes themselves are so large and chunky, they really just don't sit well on top of the other polish. They don't stick out or anything, but they just look like they've been slapped on top rather than looking like they're a part of what's happening underneath it. So it's not my favorite polish. As you can see here, I feel like it just looks a little bit awkward. It's beautiful, I love the holo, but it just doesn't have that same satisfying blending as the other Holotaco toppers do. Of course, we can't talk about top coats without bringing up the fan favorite of all Holotaco buyers, which is the OG Flaky Holotaco. Now, I think that this is just the pinnacle of flaky top coats. I mean, look at how tiny, just look how tiny the little specks get. It looks amazing, and I love the coils. You guys heard me talk about coils in so many videos, but I fucking love coils in nail polish. I think that they look so cool. It shines beautifully. The flakes are all different sizes. I think it is just the blueprint for flaky toppers. The only drawback of it, of course, is that because they have so many coils, it does not sit super smooth on the nail, and you do need a couple coats of top coat to really get it nice and smooth. You can't really wear it without a top coat. Comparing these two, I do actually quite like how Holotaco didn't just take the exact same type of formula that they used for Flaky Holotaco and use it on Gold Flaky Taco, because cool as it would have been, it maybe wouldn't have differentiated them enough. Even though one's hollow and one's not, they are two separate polishes, and I like that they're treating them as such, and they're clearly using a different technique and method to get the similar effect across. I like that Gold Flakie Taco has some slightly bigger chunks to sort of make it stand out in its own way because it doesn't have the hollow to stand for itself. And of course, comparing all three, I think you can see why I just didn't like Gold Flakie Holotaco quite as much, because again, it's fine, I don't hate it, but I do kind of regret buying it when you look at the quality of these other two flaky top coats and just seeing how out of place I think Gold Holotaco looks in comparison. And when I get in here nice and close like this, you can really see what I've been talking about this whole time with the different sizes of the flakes. Gold Flakie Taco is definitely the most diverse in terms of flake sizes. You have some that are pretty chunky, like even a bit larger than Gold Flakie Holotaco was, but you also have some that are just as tiny as Flakie Holotaco. Again, oh my god, these names. And of course I'm also going to show you what these two look like over white. I'll speed through this a little bit because you've already heard me talking about what these polishes feel like going on the nail. That being said, again, just look at how kind of chunky and awkward Gold Flakie Holotaco looks over the white in comparison to the delicate and beautiful and sexy Gold Flakie Holotaco. If this had been the formula they had used for Gold Flakie Holotaco, I would love it. I would probably be one of my favorite polishes, but they just didn't. Instead they got these big, awkward, kind of chunky shapes. I know that they explained why they had to do it, but it sucks. It sucks so bad. The polish doesn't suck, the fact that they couldn't get the other formula sucked. The polish, again, like it's fine. It's just not my favorite. And now pitting all these three next to each other, I think that Gold Flakie Taco really does do the best job of looking beautiful over white. Silver and white for me don't tend to get along too well. There's not quite enough contrast in them for it to really stand out and pop the way that the gold does over the white. And of course, because the other two are hollow, they are meant to be shown over darker colors because it really helps everything stand out and reflect beautifully. So it kind of takes away on that sense. Now let's talk a little bit more about the pricing and my personal feelings towards whether or not you guys should be making an investment in this. Now, like all the rest of their toppers, Holotaco sells these three polishes for $13 each, and that is really getting towards the steep end, but for online brands it's not as bad as it could be. The only, I think, shock that people get from it is the fact that these are just toppers, so you do need another polish to go along with them. You know, there are certain polishes like, you know, purely holographic ones or metallic ones that can stand alone. The fact that they're $13 to $14 can make a bit more sense because you only need this one polish and you're all good. Whereas with these, you do need to buy another thing to put underneath. So that can, I think, kind of detract people from wanting to buy these. However, I think that people sometimes take the fact that it's $13 for a polish that you have to put on top of another polish as a drawback, but to me, honestly, I think that it can really bring up different polishes. I love to put toppers over things just whenever I don't have time to do nail art and I just want to put something on my nails because I hate the way that my nails look when they're naked or when they just have one solid color on them. I reach for toppers like these or toppers like the unicorn skins to put over them, and I think that it really just brings everything together. So to me, $13 is worth it, but I absolutely understand why that's a bit much for some other people, especially if they aren't people who care about having things on their nails all the time. I'm just super anal about this sort of stuff. That being said, I don't really think that Gold Flakie Holotaco should have been $13. I feel bad because I do like Holotaco and know that they explained that they couldn't get the types of flakes that they wanted because I think it was to do with COVID, things were kind of shutting down or there was a holo shortage. Something like that was going on. I don't totally remember because it was a while ago, but they had a good reason for it. I just kind of regret buying it. I'm sorry, Christine. Anyways, if you couldn't tell already, I love Gold Flakie Taco. I think it is so beautiful. Again, just the fact that the flakes are such different sizes and there's such a randomness to the different sizes really just helps it sink into the polish below it. It makes it look like it's all meant to be together. There's one polish actually, hold on. Okay, so a while ago I reviewed this polish, Snow Glow by ILNP, and I love it so much. It's easily one of my most worn polishes. And if you can see, one of the things I love about it, if it focuses, hello, is that it has these tiny little gold flakes in it. I'm actually wearing it right now. I think that you could honestly recreate so many of these types of polishes with just Gold Flakie Taco. It's definitely something I'm going to be trying more. I'm probably going to post some on my Instagram if you want to go follow me there. It's also lavender polish, so I'm just really excited about it for that reason because I personally love this kind of polish, but this is like the only one that I have because I don't use them in nail art. I only use them just to casually wear, and I usually can't justify buying things that I'm not going to use in nail art because I'm not actually going to be able to make anything out of it or post it anywhere, and I don't have the kind of money to be spending on stuff that I won't be able to use in content. I have, of course, consulted our resident nail polish expert, Joker. He says that he actually loves this polish. He thinks it's beautiful and that you should all go and buy it right now. And if you don't, he will bite your toe in the middle of the night, which is what he did to me the night before I bought it. Ow! He's an asshole. I love him. Anyways, as usual, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this polish. Please let me know in the comments down below if you like it, if you want to buy it yourself, where it ranks for you in terms of other Flakie top coats, and I would really appreciate it if you would consider liking or subscribing to the channel for more videos and some nail art tutorials just like this. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye!